Hey guys, how are you all?
Hey my girls. Hello everyone. Hello everyone.
Hi guys, nice to meet you all. Hey guys, look there. Ya Allah, Arisha Nur Humairah, come here. Arisha, what time is it now? It's night. Go back now. Hey. On a beautiful evening, I sat by the window gazing at the sky. With an empty mind, I enjoyed the relaxing scenery and the peaceful holy wine. I feel very calm, but I don't know what I need to do. So I decided to play kite. You want to know a secret? Let me tell you something. Actually, kite fans spread throughout Europe between 14th and 15th centuries. Sailors also brought kite back from Japan and Malaysia in 16th and 17th centuries. Kites were regarded as curiosities at first and had little impact on European culture. But did you know, a kite can be made by yourself? Some kite designs don't need a bridle. It will be more fun when you make your own kite and your own design. The fun is that you can enjoy the breeze while playing. Look for areas where there aren't a lot of large obstacles to cause turbulence. Of course, you should also consider your own safety, so stay far away from power lines, cliffs and roads. Parks, open fields, and beaches are usually your best bet. Kites need wind to fly properly. You can look at the trees to get a fair idea of how windy it is. The amount of wind you need also depends on the kind of kite you have. However, most kites will be able to fly properly in low wind speed of 4 to 10 miles per hour. So, for beginners and kids, you need to pull in on the line as they release it. Make sure that you're standing with your back to the wind. It should immediately shoot up in the sky if there's decent breeze. Instead of rushing to let out your line, keep a steady control of it based on how the kite feels. If you feel that it has become slack, then you should bring it in a bit. If you feel that the kite is pulling too hard, let out a little bit of line. If you find that your kite is unstable and extremely difficult to control, you can also add a tail. They help keep the kite steady by ensuring that the nose points up toward the sky. It's not very difficult for me who is versatile.
In ancient times, every time I returned to my hometown, which was far from my home, I would play a traditional games with my grandfather, dad, brother, or cousin. There are many types of traditional games that I have played. One of my favorite games is the wooden spinning top.
All of you, let's play together. Since today I returned to my hometown and we rarely meet, right? So let's go.
Gasing or wooden spinning top is one of the earliest forms of traditional games amongst the Malay community, especially during the harvesting period. The main part of the top's body is made out of wood. An iron or stem protrudes at one end of the top to act as a balancing point when it spins. Step 1. Each player winds a piece of rope around the body of the top as tightly as possible. This is to ensure the top will get a full wake momentum of spin when it is being turned and released from the ropes. Step 2. Players whose casing spins the longest will usually win the game. Step 3. Players would sometimes use the rope to twirl around the spinning axis and slip the spinning casing onto the palm of their hands to display their skills.
This is very incredible. Even though I have played many times, I still do not get tired and will not give up because this spinning top is my dignity.
Once upon a time, just coming home from school, I just walked to get home. The weather was very hot and without thinking tired, I kept thinking what game should I play.
The weather today was so hot and it was a really tiring day for my body. What kind of activity that I want to do this evening? Aha! I think I want to play Batu Seremban.
Assalamualaikum.
5 minutes later.
My favorite traditional game is Batu Seremban. Do you know why I really like to play Batu Seremban? For me, Batu Seremban is the most relaxing game and doesn't require a lot of energy. Just playing in a sitting position but very fun. Do you know what Batu Seremban is? Selambut, or also known as Batu Seremban or Seremban, is a traditional game played in Malaysia. It is usually played by girls individually or in groups of 2 to 5 people. Selambut games only need a few pieces of fruit, rubber seeds, pebbles or small stones, chunks of other objects commonly used around, often as much as 5 seeds. In addition, the cloth bags sewn and filled with saga seeds, sand are also used. Now, let me show you the steps of this Batu Seremban game. Step 1. Throw all 5 stones. While throwing a stone, pick up one stone and catch the stone in the air before it falls to the ground. Step 2. Repeat step 1 but pick up 2 stones at a time. Step 3. Repeat step 1 but pick up a combination of 3 stones and 1. Step 4. Pick up 4 stones whilst 1 stone is in the air and catch the latter before it falls to the ground. Next, throwing 1 stone, place the 4 on the ground, throw 1 stone up again and catch all 4 stones in the ground. Step 7. Throw the 2 stones held at the end of step 6. Pick up 1 stone and then catch the 2 falling stones separately in each end. Do this until 3 stones in one hand and 2 in the other. And then the last step is throw all 5 stones on the ground. The opponent selects a stone to be thrown in the air. The player has to pick this stone without moving any others. The player throws the stone in the air and picks the remaining on the ground in one clean sweep.
Wow, I'm great at playing Batu Seremban too. Although Batu Seremban is fun to play with friends, but playing alone is enough to get rid of boredom.
When I think back, during my primary school days, I always play Tintin. I will be playing the game in the afternoon because this Tintin game is played outdoor. So the afternoon is the perfect time for me to play.
Today the weather is very good, but I'm bored. I think I can play Tintin to get rid of this boredom. Yes, great idea. Plus, the game is my favorite. The game I always play when I am free or bored is 10-10. Do you know why I always play this game? This is because this game is beneficial to the mental and physical of the player was playing. Not only that, this is also because this game is very fun. So, let me introduce this 10-10 game in more depth. 10-10 introduced among the Roman soldiers as military training one physical strength and resilience. During the training, the soldier will run while carrying heavy sacks, and reliable method can enhance the agility and resilience of their feet. When road children see the training, they begin to imitate warriors' training to create and modify 10-10 game. 10-10 game is different in many countries in terms of number, size of the boards, how to play, and the tool used. But the two basic features of universal game are squares and skill jump. Jump all balls 1 to 7 using one foot only and have to place both sides of the foot when reaching the 7th square and return to home. Throw a stone in each square starting from the first square to the 7th square. The rule is that each square that contains stone cannot be stepped on. For example, throw a stone at the first square and start the game by jumping to the 2nd square and the other square as well until you reach the first square. Go back, take the stone and return to home. Throw a stone to the 2nd square and do the same thing as the 2nd step. Repeat each step until you reach the 7th or last block. Additional rules of the game: stones thrown above the board's line are not counted and the player must start the game again.
When I was a kid, I just spent all my time with playing, not having to figure out what the problem was. Every time I came home from school, I just spent my time with all of my friends. There are those playing gala panjang, ting-ting, batu seremban, and also congkak. And of course, congkak will be my favorite game because I'm the most cute, beautiful girl in the world. Step 1. The game begins with 7 pieces marble in each hole except home, which remain empty. Congkak requires 2 players. Each player controls the 7 hole on his side of the board and the own home to his left. The goal is accumulate as many pieces in your own home. Step 2. On a turn, a player removes all pieces from one of the 7 holes on his side. He then distributes them clockwise. One in each hole to the left of this hole in a process called sowing. Sowing skips an opponent's homes but not a player's own homes. Step 3. In the last pieces fall into an occupied hole, then all the pieces are removed from the hole and are sown in the same way, which is clockwise from that hole, in another round. This player, current, turns end when the last pieces fall into an empty hole on the opponent's side. Nothing to say. As you guys can see, I will definitely win because I'm the champion.
playful in the old days. It's best to play in the evening. It's a fun game, right?
That's right. Today's children are not familiar with traditional games anymore.
Yes, that's it. My sister also doesn't know what traditional game is. I'm worried it will sink deeper into the deck of this game era.
Actually, this game can be popular again. You just have to find a way to make it popular again. How do you feel?
Yes, I agree. This traditional game can be featured in school, for example, used as a sports subject for co-curriculum in school, or maybe the local community can make this game as a competition and offer interesting prizes. Maybe there are definitely people who want to play and interested.